Welcome everyone to botany class. Today we'll start with a new chapter, that is microbiology. What do you mean by microbiology? We have already studied this microorganisms. We have already studied about microorganisms in our lower classes. Microorganisms are the organisms which are very small, which cannot be seen with our naked eyes. We can only see them through electron microscope. So, microorganisms are the very tiny, very small creatures which cannot be seen with our naked eyes. So, for seeing them we require electron microscope, and the study of microorganisms is called as microbiology. The study of microorganisms is called as microbiology. Microbiology is a Greek word. So, when we split this word, the word micros means small, and biology is, that is, it is from the word bios. Bios means life, that is study of very small living organisms. So, those very small tiny creatures which cannot be seen with our naked eyes, those are called as microorganisms, and study of those microorganisms is called as microbiology. We have various microorganisms like bacteria. Bacteria is there, it is an example of microorganism. Protista, it is another example. So, here many microorganisms are there. Algae, those are the small microorganisms. Today in this class we will study in detail about bacteria. In this class we will study in detail about bacteria, that is the smallest, these are the smallest creatures, these are the smallest living organisms. So, bacteria are ubiquitous, omnipresent, that is they are present everywhere, they are present in everywhere, that is in our surroundings. We can find them in air, we can find them in water, we can find them on food, in food. They can even live in the bodies of the living organisms. So, microorganisms are present everywhere. So, that is why they are called as ubiquitous and omnipresent, that is they are present everywhere in our surroundings. Now, the bacteria was first discovered by, here the credit for observation and description goes to Antony van Leeuwenhoek. The first discovery, the first observation about these microorganisms was done by the scientist Anton van Leeuwenhoek. He have observed them and named them as animalcules. He was the first scientist who observed them and he named them as animalcules. He have seen them in the teeth scrapings, in air, in water, everywhere. So, he called them as animalcules. So, and this Antony van Leeuwenhoek is also called as father of microbiology. Father of microbiology, because he was the one who started this, who discovered that is bacteria, who observed the bacteria, and he named it as animalcules. Later on, another scientist, that is Ehrenberg, he coined the term bacteria. The first one to discover, to observe that organism, to discover that organism was Anton van Leeuwenhoek. He called them as animalcules. Later, these animalcules or these organisms were given a proper term by the scientist Ehrenberg. He called them as bacteria. He called those animalcules as bacteria. Okay. So, now going to, after the discovery, we will go to this habitat. Habitat is the place where they are present. Habitat means the place where they are present. So, already said everywhere. Bacteria are present everywhere, in the soil, in air, in water, inside the bodies of living organisms also bacteria are present. And apart from that, another main important point here is bacteria can withstand extreme temperatures or extreme conditions. Bacteria can withstand extreme conditions. So that means they can live at very high temperature. They can even survive at very low temperature. Even in the cold environment, very cold environment, or in the ice also they can survive. Even in very hot environments, that is even in the hot springs. Hot springs also these bacteria can survive. They can even survive in acidic conditions. Inside our body, in our stomach, I already said they are present inside the bodies of the living organisms. That is, they will be present inside our intestine, in our digestive system. In our digestive system, we all know to digest food, our stomach produces acid, hydrochloric acid. So even in acidic conditions also the bacteria can survive. So that is, bacteria can withstand extreme conditions. If it is very hot or in boiling water, if it is very cold, if it is has acidic in, that is if the place is acidic, or if it is having high salinity, that is we said that it can be present in soil also. Inside the soil salt will be present, inside the water and the ocean water also salt will be present. So even with very high salt content also in the bacteria can survive. Okay. So bacteria are present everywhere around us, and the next important point is they can withstand extreme conditions, environmental conditions. Now next coming to morphology, that is the size, shape, the external, the study of the external forms of the living organisms. The size of the bacteria, I already said you these are very small tiny creatures. The size ranges from 2 micrometer to 5 micrometer. The size ranges from 2 micrometer to 5 micrometer in length, and it ranges from 0.5 to 1 micrometer in breadth. So in length it ranges from 2 to 5 micrometer, and in breadth it ranges from 0.5 to 1 micrometer. That is, they are very small. Now after size, the next comes the shape of the bacteria. What is the shape? Bacteria can be found in many different shapes. Bacteria can be found in many different shapes. The most common shapes which we find, that is which bacteria is present in. So the first one is spherical shape. The first one is spherical shape. Bacteria are found in spherical shape. The spherical shape bacteria are called as cocci. The spherical shape, the bacteria which are in round shape or spherical shape. So such type of bacteria are called as cocci. Okay. If they exist singly, if the spherical shape bacteria exists singly, then it is simply called as cocci. But if they are present in pairs, two in a couple, if they are present in pair, then it is called as diplococci. Diplo means two. Diplococci. Diplo is two. Two of them joining together, and that is called as the diplococci. They can even found, that is another tetracocci, that is 4 microorganisms, four bacteria will join together, and such is called as what? Tetracocci. All of them are spherical, even if it is single, if spherical shape, cocci, double, that is 2 of them together, then it is called as diplococci. If 4 of them are present in a group, then they are called as what? Tetracocci. And if they are present in a group of 8, then they are called as what? Sarcina. So the first most common shape is spherical shape, and the spherical shape bacteria are called as cocci. If they are singly present, simply cocci. If they are present in that is a pair, then it is called as diplococci. 4 tetracocci, 8 sarcina, and they can be also found in long chains. If the cocci are found in long chains, then that is called as what? That chain is called as streptococci. If bacteria are found in chain, then they are called as streptococci. If they are found in bunch, like bunch of grape, then that bunch is called as what? That bunch of bacteria is called as staphylococci. So the names are given according to the number of bacteria present. Next shape in which bacteria can be found is rod shape. Rod shape. Like spherical shape bacteria is called as cocci, rod shape bacteria is called as bacilli. Rod shape bacteria is called as bacilli. So if it is singly present, then it is monobacilli. Mono is one, monobacilli. If they are present in a pair, then it is called as diplobacilli. Here diplococci because spherical, here diplobacilli because it is rod shape. So diplobacilli, if they are present in chain, then it is called as streptobacilli. So like this we will be giving the names to them depending upon the number of bacteria present. The third shape in which bacteria can be seen is Vibrio, that is comma shape. The third shape is comma shape. Those comma shape bacteria are called as Vibrio bacteria. Comma shape, this one. This is the shape. In this the cell will be having not less than one complete turn. It won't take one total complete turn. Like this it is only half. It won't take total turn. It is only half, one complete. It resembles comma shape. It resembles comma shape, that is only half the turn. So third most common shape is comma shape, and such bacteria, comma shape bacteria are called as Vibrio bacteria. In this now the cell having less than one complete twist. Now the fourth most common shape which is found is spiral shape. Spiral shape. So here one complete turn will be seen. One complete, that is, here it is just half. One complete twist, that is complete twist will be there. So such ones are called as spiral shape bacteria or spirillum, and the name is also given to it. Those are called as spirochetes. Spirochetes are the spiral shape bacteria. Spirochetes are the spiral shape bacteria which will be having many, which can take many turns. Spherical shape, cocci, rod shape, bacilli, comma shape, Vibrio, spiral shape, spirochetes. Spirochetes, these are the most common shape which are present in bacteria. Apart from this now, few bacteria has the ability to change the shape. Few bacteria has the ability to change the shape. They can change the shape from bacillus to another shape based on why they will be changing shape. That is the process in which the bacteria changes shape, that is called as what? Pleomorphism. Pleo means many. Pleo is many. If we break this word, pleo is many, morphic means forms. The bacteria can change into many forms. So such bacteria which exhibits this property of changing shapes, that property or that phenomenon is called as pleomorphism, and those bacteria are called as pleomorphic bacteria. Pleomorphism, it is already there. Pleomorphism is the process by which bacteria can change the shape, and those bacteria which can change the shape, they are called as pleomorphic bacteria. The process is pleomorphism, and bacteria which shows this process, those are called as pleomorphic bacteria. And if we break this word pleo means many, morph is form. So, they can change into many forms or many shapes. Why they will be changing shapes? So, they will change the shapes based on the environmental conditions. If the environmental conditions are not according to them, so if the food is not proper, or if the food is less, if the environment is, if the temperature is very high or something or the other, because if they cannot survive in those regions, in those temperatures now, or in that area, they will change the shape to survive, to adapt. So, such phenomenon is pleomorphism. So, few examples of the bacteria which changes the shape. Here one is Acetobacter, next is Mycoplasma. These mycoplasmas are the smallest bacteria. These mycoplasmas are the smallest bacteria without cell wall. I will write here, without cell wall. If cell wall is not there, because we already know what is the function of cell wall, it gives protection and it gives proper shape. Okay, the function of cell wall is to give proper shape. If cell wall is only not present, so they can change into any shape and any form. So, these are the smallest living bacteria, Mycoplasma. They doesn't have cell wall. Another example of organism which exhibit pleomorphism is Actinomycetes. So, this is the various general characteristics which we see. So, first we have seen who discovered it, that is, the first discovery or observation was done by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. He named them as animalcules. Later the name animalcules to this, here another term was given by another scientist, Ehrenberg. He coined the word, he gave the word bacteria. They are present everywhere. They can withstand extreme conditions and they can be found in different shapes. That is, it can be found in spherical shape, broad shape, comma shape, or in spiral shape. And the size, they are very small microorganisms. It ranges from 2 micrometer to 5 micrometer in length and 0.5 to 1 micrometer in breadth. And depending upon the environmental conditions, they will be changing they can change the shape. So, such property is called as pleomorphism. In the next class, we will see the structure of bacteria. We have seen the shape, and in the next class, we will see the structure of bacteria.